COVID-19 is more dangerous for pregnant women, but should they get the vaccine? If you're expecting, it's one of many medical choices you need to make without a whole lot of data.
But doctors say it doesn't have to be this way. Fox 6 investigator Amanda St. Hilaire shows us the push for change.
Are we going to find out if it's a boy or a girl?
How will I know when I'm in labor?
Want an
Will the baby sleep in a bassinet
to watch
or
my
a
child
crib?
when I go back to
Will I
work?
breastfeed or do formula?
Caring for a newborn while still caring
What
for my
is the
other
best
children.
car seat?
Questions, research, hundreds of decisions. The joys of parenthood start before your baby's even born. But expecting the unexpected takes on a whole new meaning in a pandemic.
Pregnancy during the coronavirus pandemic can be risky, of course.
Pregnant women are at increased risk of severe illness from the virus.
Blanca remained in a coma for nearly a month before waking up and learning she had successfully delivered her daughter.
Lots of anxiety surrounding it, for sure.
I don't know what I'm really comfortable with yet.
You know that you're not just making a decision for yourself, you're also making a decision for your baby and also the rest of your family too.
Pregnant healthcare workers like ICU nurse Kristen Wineland, ER nurse Lauren Hittner, and pediatric hospitalist Dr. Haley Spagnola are making decisions now that other expectant moms will make down the road. Should they get the COVID-19 vaccine? We'll get to their decisions in a minute. But first, we need to talk about why they can't get a simple yes or no answer. If you ask the people who research pregnancy,
I'm Carly Krubner.
I'm Dr. Richard Beggy.
They'll tell you this issue started decades before COVID-19.
Somebody had said to us, well, nobody wants to be the next thalidomide dude.
In the 50s, expectant mothers took the sedative drug thalidomide for morning sickness. It had not been studied in pregnancy. By the 60s, it was linked to severe birth defects.
What should have come from this was, we better be researching things in ways that make us more prepared to give informed decisions.
But moms-to-be were turned away from clinical trials. So when other adults get the green light, pregnant women often must wait to find out if the drug or vaccine they need is safe.
It has almost unfairly disadvantaged these women, and I just don't think it's right.
The U.S. approved the flu vaccine in 1945, but getting enough research to convince the CDC to recommend and prioritize the shot for pregnant women took until 1997, more than 50 years, all while the flu disproportionately killed pregnant women. Ebola treatment and vaccine trials excluded moms-to-be. Researchers now say they were protected to death. A 2011 study found the average time for a drug to move out of an uncategorized risk in pregnancy was 27 years.
Excluding pregnant women from research is doing a lot more harm than including them in responsible ways.
In 2018, Dr. Krubner and Dr. Beggy helped develop guidelines for ethically including pregnant women in vaccine trials instead of automatically excluding them.
People always say, how are you going to recruit pregnant women to the study? It's like, well, we've done it.
But when the COVID-19 vaccines rolled out,
not included in the clinical trials, children and pregnant women.
There's limited data, for example, with its impact on pregnant women.
There is no data currently to establish the safety.
It's unfortunate that we don't have an evidence base right now to say, yes, go get this.
We would like to not be here. We'd like to have a more robust body of information, but it kind of is what it is at this point.
This is not thalidomide. Testing is now more rigorous, and vaccines have a long history of safety during pregnancy. Doctors say pregnant animal data for the COVID-19 vaccine looks promising.
There's no inherent reason to believe these vaccines will be harmful, and in fact, there's every reason in the world to believe that they will be very helpful for pregnant women.
If you're not first in line for the vaccine, you have time to see how this plays out. But healthcare workers are getting vaccinated now. The CDC says women are 75% of the U.S. healthcare workforce, with an estimated 330,000 pregnant or recently postpartum.
I really thought they're probably not even going to allow me to get this vaccine.
But the experts took a different approach.
My name is Mark Turrentine. I'm the co-chair of the American College of Obstetrician Gynecologists COVID OB expert work group.
Dr. Turrentine helped develop guidance for pregnant women considering the COVID-19 vaccine.
It is very challenging when you don't have the data yet, but then you have to base it on your past experiences with using vaccines in pregnancies.
The guidance says pregnant patients who decline vaccination should be supported, but the vaccine should not be withheld from pregnant patients either. In other words, it's up to you. No pressure.
So what else should you consider then to help you decide?
Dr. Turrentine says if you're 35 or older, overweight, have other medical problems, a smoker, in a racial or ethnic group at increased risk for the virus, in a community with a high rate of infections, in contact with people outside your household who don't wear masks, or a healthcare worker.
You then may be at a higher risk of getting COVID, and it probably would make sense to get the vaccine.
Notice he stopped short of saying, pregnant women, go get this vaccine. He can't say that until we get the research. And losing time often means losing confidence. Just look at the flu shot. Doctors now practically beg expectant moms to get the vaccine. But after going 50+ years without that all-in recommendation, the CDC says only half of pregnant women get their flu shot. Every day we go without the data makes it that much harder for pregnant patients to trust a treatment or vaccine.
Quite frankly, a tragic injustice.
Putting the pressure on pregnant healthcare workers. Some waiting to get the vaccine until after birth and breastfeeding.
I have a history of a more difficult pregnancy, so I just don't know how this would affect me now.
Others
I'm 39 weeks.
ran out of time.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to get it before I deliver, but my plan is to get it very soon afterwards.
Very soon is right. Kristen brought home her second child, and 1 week later, her first dose of the vaccine.
Sometimes not doing something is also a risk.
Dr. Haley Spagnola got the COVID-19 vaccine at 24 weeks pregnant.
Unfortunately, a lot of people see pregnant women and breastfeeding women as kind of these like nebulous like aliens of like, oh no, they're really scary. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't take that medication. Don't do the vaccine. That's what the safest option is. And often that's not true.
Over the next several months, researchers will gather more data about pregnant healthcare workers who do get the vaccine. So all this effort to avoid experimenting on pregnant women in clinical trials actually makes pregnant women part of an experiment.
And in a less controlled setting.
We don't want to find ourselves here again.
Leaving pregnant women in a spot that feels familiar. Asking questions, doing the research, trying to make the best decisions. It's a process that starts now and will last for a lifetime. Amanda St. Hilaire, Fox 6 Investigators.
Pregnancy trials for the COVID-19 vaccine. They're supposed to start this month. Now, we don't know when we'll get the results. If you're pregnant and you have questions about the vaccine, best thing to do, talk to your doctor. We also have information about the vaccine and breastfeeding on our website, fox6now.com. And if you have a tip for the Fox 6 investigators for something that you think needs more digging, we're here for you. Send an email to fox6investigators@fox.com.